Warlocks and waffles. Warlocks and waffles. Pact once broken, forged. Pact once broken, forged. Warlocks and waffles. Warlocks and waffles. Warlocks and waffles. Warlocks and waffles. A pact once broken, forged anew. Warlocks and waffles. Forged anew.
Did you want waffles?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Warlocks and Waffles, home of the panicked scramble to find what we're talking about this morning. It comes with a side of toast, 2 strips of bacon or sausage, your choice, and either coffee or orange juice. Welcome to the show. We are a TTRPG morning show, as I'm sure you're aware.
The panic part is that the waiter, as they're bringing it to you, they're blindfolded and they have one roller skate on.
And before they leave the kitchen, they get blindfolded while they're in the kitchen. Then all the other waitstaff runs out and rearranges all of the tables.
Yeah. Like your chair and tables are on wheels, and then they just kind of go, Marco!
It's like, have you seen the like trackless rides at Disney? Where it's like just kind of moving around on the like you're in a cart and is moving around on the floor through like magnets and stuff.
Maybe
I'll send you a link. It's very cool to look at. But it's like that. You're in your table and then your table will just like move around the restaurant. Anyway, completely unrelated.
Okay.
Also, how have we not done like panicked cakes before? Like how has that not been a joke we've made previously in this show?
I don't know how we missed that one.
It seems like an obvious one that we should have gotten. I'm a little upset with us for not have founding that joke earlier. Welcome to Warlocks and Waffles. We're a TTRPG morning show.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's shocking. Junie, we are so many weeks into this show. We've been doing this for a long time now. It feels even longer than it's actually been. We, at some point, passed 100 episodes of you and I doing this show together. And we had grand plans to do a big thing for our 100 episodes, and then we didn't. It just got too confusing. Everything kind of like got lost, because then it got into the question of like, okay, well, we have a few lost episodes that like
Yeah.
never made the
count.
export. Are
Yeah.
we doing our like we've done 100 episodes, or are we doing like there's 100 episodes available for people to watch? And then it got into the question of like, well, we've done a couple where we like streamed Baldur's Gate, or we've had a couple episodes where like we started the stream and then we had to stop it because of like technical issues or something like that. um do those count? Do those count towards the 100 episodes? It became very difficult to figure out where we were at in that sort of lineup. And so we just didn't do it.
You know,
Uh,
it's hard. You
yeah.
know, we ask these questions and we kind of put it out there to the powers that be, and then we realize we were those powers.
Yeah, and that seemed like way
So
too much
and
responsibility.
then we just didn't check the inbox. Like we put out the written requests, and then we're like, hey, do these count? And
I
then we're
blocked
just waiting for
us.
approval.
It was really
That
difficult
was the
to
problem.
answer.
So I'm here like putting out emails, and then Hunter is like he enjoys, like, he is the type of person that checks his spam box to empty it out. Like to so he can
Hey,
maliciously go, haha,
Junie,
I don't
need
care about these penis enhancement pills, or
even
Judy's
even
request
in a
for
joke.
clarification.
Even in a joke, I do feel the need to clarify that I do not ever check my spam. If I look at, I currently, for the last 3 months, have had a warning on one of my accounts from Gmail that like my storage was almost full, and it is
Mm,
it's not from a Google Drive or anything like that. It is almost exclusively just there's so many emails
my God.
in that inbox that I just haven't gotten around to deleting. I'll
I
do it
check
at
mine.
some point.
I check mine every once in a while, only because there will be something random
Yeah.
that I'm like, oh no, that was totally something I would have liked to seen in my regular inbox.
Yeah,
Your sorting sucks.
I do check it every once in a while, but it's usually like because I get notifications directly on my phone of like this is the emails that are in, so I'll like look at those and then I just like swipe it away, and then if there was something that I wanted to look at, I've opened it from that notification. Um, there is a person that I met at Gen Con a couple of years ago, but we like really started talking at PAX Unplugged this past year. And we kind of like met re-met there and had like started talking about like the show and stuff like that, and they wanted to come on and talk about the stuff that they're doing, and I was like, that's awesome. We have emailed back and forth like 4 times of like them emailing me and being like, hey, yeah, here's my contact info, I want to be on, like I want to come on the show and talk about my
Yeah.
stuff, and then me missing that email, and then like a month passing, and then me emailing them and being like, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm just like, I just saw this email, like would love to have you on, and then them missing that email. Excuse me.
This is how it works. This is a real
We've
thing.
gone back and forth like 4 times. I will apologize to any of our audio listeners. I am still sick and it's like all in my chest and lungs. I have my mute button right here. I will do my best to mute anytime I'm going to be coughing. But occasionally it comes out of nowhere and I cannot anticipate it happening. So I apologize up front for that.
I also have a mute button for Hunter, so if anybody just wants me to mute him,
See,
feel free to let me know.
here's the problem: is Junie has a mute button, but it only mutes him. It only mutes me for him. So it actually increases my audio on your end for the listener.
If anybody
Um,
wants me to not hear Hunter, let me know in the chat. Let me know, and I will just block him out.
Junie just leaves the call. Oh man,
Chair spinning for a
Junie,
second.
Junie, it has been
Mhm.
such a week. We normally have like the people who watch this show probably look at the show and they go, these idiots don't plan anything. They don't ever like talk about what they're going to do. Every episode is them just getting into the call and then winging it. And they're partially correct. We do wing a lot. However, we also do have conversations about like, oh, what do we want to talk about? Usually it's like the night before. We'll like text back and forth and be like,
Yeah,
is there anything specific you want to talk about?
There's a level of coming in with an idea of what's
Right.
happening, like some semblance of a game plan.
Yeah. This morning, you had stuff happening this morning that you were taking care of. So like until later last night, you weren't even sure you were going to be able to make it this morning.
Yeah.
And I had to go drop off my car at the shop because the back window got shattered. And so we had to go get that window replaced. And so I was going to the shop. As we were walking out the door this morning, because we got up early to be able to go and take it and drop it off. As we were walking out the door, Grace got a call and answers it, and it's the shop being like, "Hey, we don't have that window. We don't know where it got sent, but it's not here." And so we were like, "Okay, cool." We were like, "Okay, cool. Well, guess we'll go back inside." And I texted Junie. I was like, "Hey, belay that. Like, I'm sitting down at my desk right now, gonna get stuff set up. We're good to go." And then as I was like ready to get stuff set up, Grace's phone rings again, and it's the shop again, being like, "Hey, actually, no, we did find it. You can come drop the car off." And I was like, "Cool."
It turns out it was clear and we couldn't see it. My bad. Oopsie poopsie on that one. Meanwhile, my ass is here trying to get out of bed, and it's just like, oh, he's got. Yeah, okay. Then I roll over to get out, and it's like, oh, never mind. Then I roll again, and then he's like, oh, never mind. We got the thing, and I'm like, I roll again, like, oh, yeah,
because I texted
I'm ready.
you.
I thought you were getting a thing.
Yeah, because I texted Junie
no.
back. I texted him. I was like, we're running out. Like, I'll be back as quickly as I can. And then I texted him and I was like, hey, just kidding. We're not running out. I'll be on soon. And Junie was like, okay, cool. And then I texted him again. I was like, just kidding again. We are running out. Like, we have to go drop it off at the place. And then I left, and we went and we dropped it off, and then I came back, and I texted Judy. I was like, okay, I'm back. Let's do this. And then there was just silence on Judy's end. And then after a while, he messaged back. He was like, when you said you were leaving, I thought that meant we weren't doing the show. And I was like, I should have communicated better.
I'm going to go to an automotive thing less than a half hour before we go. I was like, they know. Oh, he's telling me this isn't happening. Okay.
I mean, it's just the mechanic. Like, I just have to drop it at the shop. Nothing
is ever that simple for me.
All that to say, that long tangent. All that to say, it's rare that we get to the start of a show and we're like, "What are we talking about today?" And the answer is, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I still have this D&D Smasher pass that I
do have that.
I labeled it Hunter because I specifically was like, I felt selfish and greedy that I did a lot of like me on the front end. So specifically, I wanted to have like a very charted out record of would Hunter smash this bird. And I thought that was funny, but like that was literally like we're going live, and I was like, I got sex in the tab here for you.
Well, shit. Is it an Oops All Bits episode?
Huh?
Is it an Oops All Bits episode today?
I guess here.
Well, then let me roll the Oops All Bits intro. If we wanted this show to be nothing but bits, and it was just bit after bit after bit, we'd be fine.
But isn't that what this show is?
We try it
right there with me and you right there, man. This is premium stuff. It's like we're the Michael Jordan and Serena Williams of TTRPG morning show.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
You and your wife.
I have anything to do with that.
Daniel, I want you to know, just above the table, I am putting my character's life in your hands right now.
I
There's no
hate
pressure
you.
whatsoever.
I hate you so much.
There's no pressure at all.
I hate you so much.
Okay,
This
back
is
down
so
here.
much
Here we go.
fun. I hate you so much.
What were you gonna suggest? Now I'm just curious.
An elaborate series of heists.
There's a new friend in the dungeon. Who's that?
I'm gonna do work. Then I sat at my computer to type things and be productive. And I opened up Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels for I don't know why. I was like,
Out of the night, when the full moon is bright, comes the horseman known as Segron.
The gelatinous cubes that fell from the sky and unionized?
More
But-
JoJo's Adventure and less fuck pixies. Yeah, no, I know.
Correct.
I gotcha.
Just going to take all the stuff from these boxes. Don't even worry, don't notice me. This is the Leopold sneaking song.
Chickens exist, right? Chickens are real in this universe.
I love that we have to clarify.
You don't wanna...
And we're back. Okay. So Junie has screen shared a page.
so stupid.
Junie, I need to clarify.
Uh-huh.
What is the number up at the top there?
That is 135, 153. I didn't make this. I just thought it was really funny. I literally said, enter your name. And I was like, Hunter. And then I was just like,
Oh my
we're
god.
gonna rapid
Okay.
fire. No thought about it.
Okay.
Hunter, what you think?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
You swiping left, you swiping right. What's going on over here?
I'm not gonna do 153 of these. This is
Then let's
insane.
just go through a few dozen. Just spot check. I'm just curious.
Okay, let me get the screen share up. And
What I think is funny is I don't know if it's just for the sake of speed, like just use this image, right? Or I feel like like you would go with like, well, I mean, Aarakocra, I don't know, but if it was a peacock, like what if?
give me a second. I'm changing the screen so that I can increase the size. Do. Cause impromptu screen shares are really fun on this side of production. Do. And it's so blurry, and that's fine. Okay. Thank you for listening to my new song, available on iTunes and wherever else you download really bad music. Okay, Aarakocra, pass.
Interesting.
Aboleth, smash.
Whoa.
Angels, smash. Animated objects, pass. Ankeg, pass.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do gut reactions.
Yeah.
We're fly through these.
Yeah.
Azer, smash.
I thought so.
Banshee, pass. Basilisk, smash.
I knew it.
Hey, what can I say? Basilisk, make me rock hard. Pass.
Damn it. That was good.
Beholder, smash. I love a beholder. Not usually in that way, but I do like them. Blight, pass. Bugbear.
This one looks like it parties. This one's listening to Kesha.
Yeah, here's the thing. Bugbear would absolutely party like all night. Like I would hang out with this bugbear. Absolutely. If I ran into this bugbear at Gen Con on a Friday night, I'm absolutely hanging out with them the rest of the show.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Why is this bugbear Ray Romano?
Deborah! Do you find me sexy? Yeah.
So I would absolutely party with bugbear. I am gonna pass.
Interesting.
Pass. Bullywug. Smash.
I'd punch this one in the face. This is still like, I don't know. I'm still on the fight list in my head.
Cambion. I think I would smash once. Like one time. Then we carrion crawler pass. Disgusting.
Good call.
Centaur, smash one time. Chimera, pass. There's too much happening there.
Yeah, I was about to say I agree with this one.
A tool.
This one
Ooh.
gets me upset. I don't. I just don't like this.
Yeah,
There's
nope,
too many things.
nope.
Too many things wrong.
Yeah, I think pass. Like there's too many things that don't look fun. Cloaker, pass. Cockatrice, pass. Insert rock hard joke again for the cockatrice. Coatl.
Copy. Control V joke.
Yeah, smash the coatl. Crawling claw, pass.
Really?
Yeah, just as a general rule, all undead is gonna be a pass.
Okay. All right. I guess.
Cyclops, smash. Dark Mantle, smash.
Not gonna ask.
Death Knight, pass.
This one would take care of you. Oh God.
Demi Lich, hard pass. Is this going alphabetically through all of the Monster Manual monsters?
I don't know, man. I just clicked it and I thought it'd be funny, and here we are, right here. Demons.
Demons, pass. Devils,
Yeah,
also
yeah.
pass.
Especially this one.
Dinosaurs, pass.
I mean, depending on which ones.
Displacer Beast, smash.
I don't know if you can see my cursor, but there's sometimes I lead it. I'm like, I know it's gonna be this.
Smash a doppelganger. I'm gonna do pass on this.
There's so many things.
Shadow Dragon, smash. This will be the last one. Dragons in general, smash. That was the last thing. Okay.
Dragon turtle.
That was so many. Too bad it wasn't a too bad you can't do like a shuffle on it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're moving alphabetically through all of them.
Yeah. There are so
okay.
many.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. But we learned
do
a
you
lot
want-
about Hunter.
Here, we'll do the next dozen are you. Dragon Turtle.
Okay. Smash.
Drider.
Drider.
It's a hard one.
This one is going to. Oh man, this is going to be.
The number of people who are so thirsty for Driders in like the Drider from Baldur's Gate 3. There are people that are so thirsty for that Drider.
I will say pass all day, but if I was put in the situation, I think I'd wake up the next day and go, wait, what happened, and be a smash.
Yeah, you're
Dryad
hypothetically pass, but you know yourself well enough to know it's a smash.
Duragar, smash. Elemental in general, smash. Drowse,
yes.
Smash.
Empyrean?
Pass?
They're
I don't
like,
know why.
I think they're like celestial giants, if memory serves.
Well, from general vibe, I imagine that they would constantly be like, guess what you're about to do?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not ready for all of this? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, the Empyrean does have sort of a "was it good for you" sort of vibe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it would guilt trip me into things. Eden, I don't want to fight. Fairy Dragon, I don't want to fight. Flame Skull. No. Flump. I don't want to fight. Fomorian.
Ooh, Fomorians are weird.
Have
you ever read the stat block of a Fomorian?
No.
They're weird.
But I'm trying to read the vibe of this, and I'm gonna say no. A fungus.
Okay.
I'm gonna say smash, and I don't want to talk about it.
This is your last one. Gale Abdur.
Yep, sure.
Okay.
Gargoyle. Well, if it's the show Gargoyles, yes. Genies, I'm just gonna keep going on my end. Ghost, sure. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Play.
Ghouls, no. Yeah, I'm still doing. You're just gonna hear me proclaim things in the background. It's like giant smash. Ew, gibbering mouth or no.
Okay.
Unless.
So. Unless.
Did you unless?
Junie.
Yes.
it's now an Oops All Bits episode. So now we're gonna do a bit that I have like toyed with in the back of my head and have been like, I'm gonna save this for when we have like a couple of guests on. But we're gonna pilot test it right now. This is a bit that I call Pitch That Trap. You are a kobold standing in front of a panel of trap experts in the same energy as Shark Tank. You are pitching a new trap. It cannot be a trap that has already existed. It has to be a new trap. Pitch it to the panel and explain why it should be a new, like, standard issue trap that every dungeon should have.
Okay.
Your video went off, and I thought you just left the call.
That would have been funny. All right. Sharks, I'm here to present you with a revolutionary opportunity. Have you ever created a dungeon and said, I don't want anybody in this dungeon? Oh shit, did I turn on this? Okay, cool. I turned on this. I turned on my tracking function. Have you ever wanted somebody not to be in your dungeon? Well, guess what? We got the right thing for you. So, imagine a door. You're probably going, my dungeon has doors.
You see the panel of kobolds all concentrating really hard as they're trying to imagine a door.
Yeah. Now, you're probably going, my dungeon has doors. I don't need more doors. I don't promise you more of same door. What if your door had another door? I present to you the door within a door. And it's like a curtain flies. And it's just like, it looks like a regular ass like door, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, now we've specifically constructed this with the highest grade materials. It is a door that if somehow, some way, your enemies, predators, ex-spouses try to enter your dungeon and they're not wanted, once they open the door, there will be another door that opens the other way and will not open because the other door is behind it. It is a door within doors. Let's just say, but wait, Chimley. My name is Chimley, by the way. Chimley.
Thank you for introducing yourself.
What if they're good at opening two doors? I'm glad you asked. For those with high-risk scenarios, we introduce the door within a door within a door, which is a sliding door that goes up. It's a fake door, but then there's another door. And this one can open in any orientation you want, ladies. This is how I deal. This is you're all seeing something right now. It's like
the Mark Cuban kobold kind of raises a pen into the air, signifying they have a question.
Yes, Mark Cuban.
It seems like you have a more of a security measure here than you do a trap.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my question is this doesn't seem like a trap. Is this a trap?
Well, I don't know about you, but I hate puzzles, right? So if they open a door and they see another door, their first reaction is going to be, oh no, how many doors? So they might just leave. They might just open the door and go, oh no, there's too many doors. And they're just going to walk away. And you're like, you could have almost did it. But if you go for the door within a door, the previous doors, in order for the door to open, will close. They might get trapped within the doors. Eventually, if you inception enough doors, you can have the doors close, and then it's dark, and they're indoors, like indoors.
one of the other sharks. Do the doors lock behind them once they're in, or would they just be able to turn around and start opening the doors to leave the other direction?
It's smooth. It's just smooth on the
So
inside.
there's no doorknob on the inside.
There's
of the door.
no.
Got
There's
it.
nothing there. We lost many kobolds perfecting this technology.
But there are doors. There's doorknobs on the ones going forward, so they could continue opening doors.
Have you ever
forward,
tried
they
to
just
open
can't
a
go
door in the
backwards.
dark? Have you ever tried opening a door in the dark? I know
Yes.
I haven't. It is hard.
I know I haven't tried to open a door in the dark. It is hard.
I know I've committed to. I'm in the character. I know what he would say now. And this is what he would say.
The one kobold who is the Mr. Wonderful kobold says, I don't know about you, but I have 2 doors on my house that I walk through every day. So why would this be any more difficult than that?
Well, let me ask you this: are those doors inside each other?
Yes, it's a main door and then the glass door right on top of each other.
I think I would just start drooling, like just
Glass
in your house?
doors?
Just in your house. But if it's glass, they'll know there's no more doors. But with our doors, they won't know how many. That's not a trap. They just see inside your house. Like that. It sounds like you, sir. Can I just give you one of my doors because you sound like you have a security problem in your home. We know after just one day of having our door within a doors, you will be 1 kajillion% satisfied. Glass doors within a door? That's not a trap, sir. That's just a glass door.
One of the other sharks goes, I actually have a company that specializes in glass doors, and for that reason, I'm out. And that's the end of this bit.
He just flips off that guy.
That's pitch that trap. I think it would work with more people. You need like
so many people.
You need like 4 people, so that you can have like 3 people that are on the panel of professionals, and then 1 person pitching, and then you just rotate. I think it's a bit that would work with more people. This show
I think it was fun.
This episode.
I did have an aneurysm trying to come up with a trap on the spot.
I know. It was fun to watch.
I was just like, all right, it's a fucking door.
Yeah.
Where am I going?
Yeah.
It's another door. I did it.
For anybody who is watching the video version of this, you get to watch a face that Junie makes that I greatly enjoy, which is Junie's I've made a terrible mistake, but I'm in too deep face. Where he will realize partway through a bit that what he's describing makes no sense and he should not have gone down this route. But then he goes, well, I can't possibly reconsider this. This is the direction I have to go. If I talk long enough, it will start making sense to me and the listener.
And it does. That's the best part. It always does without fail.
Yeah, I mean,
it has never gone wrong.
It's always a good option. I think the best part about that specific method, paired with this bit, is that because it is set up as you are a kobold pitching a trap. If it doesn't make entire sense, that's okay.
That was my saving grace.
It's still a kobold pitching a trap.
Yeah, this was my saving grace, where I was just like, oh man, this is stupid. This would work. Like, because the trap could be, there's too many doors. Oh no! Like, I was just like, that's it right there. I was just like, once I got to the 3rd layer of doors, I was like, oh, there's infinite possibilities here.
As soon as you said 3rd door, you could tell that you had decided that this was actually a great idea.
Yeah, I sold on myself. I brought myself around. I was in. I was ready to invest.
The first 5 minutes of any Junie bit is Junie convincing himself it's a good bit.
Yeah, but in Junie's brain, time moves double speed, so it's only 2.5 minutes in real life.
Yeah,
so it's still painfully awkward, but trust me, y'all, it's an eternity in my mind. It's
like
a lot longer.
the concept of like you have negative bullet time of like for you things seem a lot longer and a lot worse and like it's just stretching on indefinitely, but not in a sort of way where it'd be I have the ability to kind of move quickly and do a bunch of stuff. It's just like the time that you spend panicking has been stretched out.
That's what you just described, anxiety.
Yes, I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah.
Okay, Junie, do you have a what's your next bit?
Okay, yeah. Now I want to do these kind of things. Because there's a game I've always wanted to play and I never get a chance to play. It's called Snake Oil.
Yeah.
And it's you draw cards and you just have to like pitch a pillow for, construction workers or something. So just this was that without cards. So I was like, so now I'm looking around and I'm just trying to think of
You're stuck in that bit of
now I'm
wanting
in
to
pitch mode.
pitch
Now,
things.
I mean, like we should pitch new things.
Yeah. This isn't an is this content episode. This is a oops all bits episode now.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right then.
It can be whatever bit you want though.
Okay.
It could be a game, could be a topic, whatever little thing you want to do.
Okay.
Pull from your deep backlog of bits.
Okay. I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay. Great. Go back to the screen share.
Let me know when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Noel, smash. That's my bit. That was the bit. I thought that was so fucking funny. Hunter left. Hunter just dipped. Deep gnome. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Goblin. I'm not even gonna say the joke. Everybody else knows.
Oh
what
my
it is.
goodness.
All right. That's we don't do it anymore. But that was funny. Hilarious.
The moment I switched it to the screen share and saw that it was still the Smasher Pass, I immediately knew that your next bit was going to be repeating the same bit you already did.
I win.
Oh man.
I
should have seen
ready
it
to
coming.
go.
I have been doing this show with you long enough to anticipate that would have happened, and I still was unprepared for it.
I had to
man.
hold on. Oh my god.
Junie.
Oh, that was good. Your turn.
How dare you do this to me? Okay.
Oh my god.
I picked this up at Barnes and Noble a while back. I think I showed it when I had gotten it. It's called the Ultimate RPG Campfire Card Deck. And it's 150 cards for sparking in-game conversation. So there are a bunch of topics. There is your past, your present, your companions, your dreams, your world, and hypotheticals. So what I need you to do is come up with a character real quick. Just pitch a character real quick.
Oh, okay. Friend the bard.
Okay.
He was found as a child in a fire by a wandering bard, and he just always called him, "Hey, friend," and he just assumed that was his name. So his name is Friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to draw one card from each of these categories for you.
Okay.
And I'm just randomly choosing one from each of these, and if it's not a good one, I will draw a new one.
The ultimate bit would be if you were like, all right, I've drawn these cards here. Let me share my screen real quick. And if it was the same,
It's the same Smasher Pass,
like on the same one,
yeah, I went and found it.
You would have won. You would have won everything ever.
Okay. So first question for Friend. What was the racing class?
Oh, half elf bard.
Okay, half elf bard named friend. First question, your past. Where have you lived the longest? What kept you there so long? And would you ever want to go back?
He traveled around, so it would be wherever the group of like traveling entertainers would be. The coolest one would probably be whenever it'd be like a big city. There's just like a lot of people and stuff like that.
Okay.
But you don't want to stay somewhere too long because somebody slept with somebody or
Ooh.
somebody stole from somebody. So it's one of those things like someone done messed it up for
Right.
all of us.
The party
so
drama.
we all have to go, and it's just you travel as a unit. They're probably so used to traveling as a unit now. So like just like going back by themselves is probably like I can't do that. I need to go back with people.
Okay.
This is my person voice today. They all talk like this.
Okay, friend. What is something about yourself that you are sure will never change? And has it ever been truly tested?
Too friendly, and some people say that I get taken advantage of. Like in the like I have to go get drinks for everybody and I don't have enough arms. So I had to like learn magic or hire like have an unseen servant carry things because I can't do it by myself.
Amazing.
And some people go, it's like, why do you do that? And it's just like everybody was thirsty. So it's just like, that. But like I always say, to be my best self, I have to like I want to be the best friend.
Sure.
How like be what you want and be a best friend, and that's what I'm gonna be. So
Like it.
Is that how can that be bad?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Next category is your companions. What is something that you feel has become your responsibility within the group? Do you appreciate or resent that responsibility, and how has it impacted you?
I like making sure everybody has drinks because everybody should be hydrated, and my arm strength has gotten really great. You know how like heavy, like several steins of ale
Yeah.
can be for when everybody's hydrating on ale. And I just making sure that because I have been told that you can get dehydrated very quickly if you don't have enough ale. So I haven't seen it yet. But everybody I do today is stupid. It's just like, so
Okay.
I just preemptively offer people drinks probably.
Yeah.
And just constantly assume that people are, if there's anything going wrong, I assume that somebody's probably dehydrated.
That's fair.
And I will immediately try to get them a drink from somewhere.
That's what anytime my wife is like
dehydrated, you get her an ale.
Complaining about feeling like oh, my head hurts or I'm frustrated or anything like that. I'm like, have you drank water today?
God, what do you, my wife? Like, just hey, you drink water, and I'm like,
I say that knowing full well that
water.
I am almost always dehydrated.
I drink a ton of water. A dumb amount of water.
I forget constantly. Okay. Your dreams is the next category. What is an honor you would like to receive one day, and do you think you are on the path to attaining it?
Yes. The honor would be to be everybody's best friend, and I haven't been wrong so far. So far, everybody I've met, I've been their best friend. Sometimes they've been angry at me or tried to kill me, but friends fight. Best friends, you kind of get like family, and you fight with your family, but family's always gonna be family, and best friends are always gonna be best friends. So I am on my way to becoming everybody's best friend.
I like it.
And I'll tell you what, I think if there's a fear category, like I know a fear I have is I don't know what to do once I become everybody's best friend.
I love it.
What's next?
Yeah.
That become God's best friend. I think that's maybe it.
Takes levels in clerics or paladin to try and become
Hey,
God's best friend. Yeah.
You thirsty?
Your world. What do you feel is the most dangerous sort of natural disaster, and what makes it so dangerous?
dehydration, you will pass out. It's like you will
Perfect.
you will pass out.
Yeah.
Like dehydration is the world's worst natural disaster.
Absolutely. Hypotheticals. Which 3 people, living or dead, would you like to share a conversation with over dinner?
Oh. Okay. I'm trying to avoid a Junie response right now. I can't do it. My parents.
Okay.
The my first imaginary friend. At one point, they stopped talking to me, and I'm 99% sure it's because they had stuff to do. But there's always a part of me is just like, just wants to reconnect and go like, hey, what's up? We're still best friends, right? Because just in case. And I would love to have dinner with myself.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah, that's the campfire campaign card deck.
That's fun.
Yeah. I've been toying with, I want to turn it into a magic item to give to my parties. And have it be like an item that will like make a bonfire and supply like the like it's a bonfire that has like a cauldron above it, and like it will populate itself with like the supplies for like a night of stew or something like that. But only if the entire party like gathers around and like engages in a question, and then they have to like draw a card from the deck and then go around, and every character has to answer one question. I think it would be a fun way to kind of
That's
like
cool. Yeah.
expand your characters pretty rapidly, because like every long rest you'll have a question. And there's 6 categories, so you'd be like, just move through the party, and each person in the party like, okay, tonight it's your turn, roll a d6 to determine what category of question is asked.
I like it.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Good, yeah. Oh yeah, and it's one of those things where some people have an easy time coming up with backstory and stuff like that, and other people need that little bit of a
prompt.
Yeah.
And none of the questions are like super crazy. They're
Yeah.
just kind of like, oh, okay, here's a little bit of something to think about, and the answers could be like,
There's not a
sort of-
wrong answer. Yeah,
as long as it's a
whatever your
genuine
character would think.
answer, you're good. And I think the more times that you were prompted to answer questions like that, the more you're going to think about them, and the more you're going to just kind of have in your head like that thought process to try and figure out those things about yourself. But yeah, I found it at Barnes & Noble. I think I haven't broke it out for my parties yet, but I think it'd be fun.
Probably I think that's a solid.
I think it's a difficult one to introduce like part way into a campaign. Like if you're already a ways in and people are like higher level and stuff like that, I think it'd be like, you'd hit questions where it feels like you've already answered these things through the campaign. It would have to be something that kind of you start the campaign with it.
I think that's probably where you would go through and kind of almost curate the deck at that point.
Yeah.
I think it's like, if you already know, well, they know all these kinds of things.
Yeah.
The one you make it so the pool is just like none of them know any of this stuff about each other, or even if it's like they might know like a very specific thing, it might only apply to one of them. So that might not be like that everybody knows this
or you
thing
have
about everybody.
like stuff that all the players know about a character, but the character hasn't actually like divulged to the group. Like, you absolutely could do it later in the campaign. I think it is most effective for early on when you are trying to figure out who your character is, because it's providing those additional prompts for you. So you could do it as like a magic item that is doing that every time. Or you could do it as just a prompt for the role play and be like, okay, if we do this every night, I will give like a point of inspiration to the group every morning, because you guys participated in this activity the night before. Okay. Junie, do you have a next bit?
I do.
If it is smash or pass, I'm going to
Uh-huh.
lose it.
Okay. Don't worry, it's not. I
Furiously typing games that aren't smash or pass.
no. I'm going to share my screen. It is not smash or pass. Calm down. Oh, goodness. You are just so you're such a prude. All right. I have a page on D&D Beyond,
Uh-huh.
and I will tell you, I will spoil this. I was just gonna share my Chrome window and immediately tab over to Smash or Pass.
Yeah.
I was just gonna bait and switch you into
Uh-huh.
it, but I do think this is actually a funny thing.
Give me
I
a second to fix the screen share.
okay.
I'll
I'll try to make sure everything's centered, but like for this,
everybody singing, doing a dance and singing songs. Doodly doo doo, ba doodly dee. Buying time while I screen share
okay.
change.
So I'll explain what I'm gonna do. I am going to just ask you for a number between 1 and 44.
Okay.
Just give me any number.
This is blurry, but it's fine. Between 1 and 44, let's do
Sure.
36.
Okay. Can I get to page 36?
If you go up
And
to
then-
the address bar, you should be able to choose the thing.
Oh, you're smart.
Yeah, I've done this before.
Oh, okay. And just give me a number between like 1 and I don't know, 30 something.
12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. The Spyglass of Clairvoyance.
Okay.
I always I can't I won't I always thought it'd be really I always think items that are named
Uh-huh.
are really cool. So there's no picture for this, but a Spyglass of Clairvoyance. So I'm thinking like a literal like telescopic like spyglass
Yeah.
that lets you like, obviously look into somewhere. I want to name some magic items.
Okay.
So
Cool.
a Spyglass of Clairvoyance, I think would be what's a good I'm talking about like a real ass name, like naming a child or a dog, not like the Lord, like like God's
you just
vision.
want a name
Literally,
for it?
yeah, a name. If you like, you look at a dog or a cat, and you're like Mittens, right? You're like, oh, you're like I'm gonna call you Tuesday.
Yeah.
If you had a thing and you were like Pete.
Okay. So it's just coming up with a legit regular name for this
Give me a
item.
name, yeah. What would you call this Spyglass of
I was-
Clairvoyance?
I was so on board with this when I thought it was like come up with a cooler name than Spyglass of Clairvoyance.
If you were like, it's just
Okay.
like it's time to whip out
Yeah.
David.
No, the Spyglass of Clairvoyance is named Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any reason? I'm just curious.
Yeah, Peeping Tom.
Like a peeping Tom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense. The whole time I'm like peep. Man, I'm real stupid because I said peep a lot of times in my head,
Yeah.
and I never got to Tom. I have a brother named Tom. Like I should have gotten to Tom, and I didn't get there at all.
Yeah, the Spyglass of Clairvoyance, also known as Tom the Peeper's Binoculars.
That's funny. I'm going to this Dragnor Tooth Dagger.
Dragon Tooth Dagger. I love a Dragon
Drag-
Tooth Dagger. I've given this to many players. It's a
honestly
very
think-
very cool item.
I honestly think I would call this Charlie. Because I think of Charlie, and then I thought of like chomping, and then like teeth chomping, and then I'd be like Charlie, and then it's just kind of like, what is that? Is it Roberto? I don't know if you've ever seen Futurama, but there was a crazy robot character, and it's just like, you're gonna get the stab, and he would just always stab things like that.
Okay.
And it would,
Yeah.
even if it was like a robot or like an inanimate object that stabbing would do nothing to it, he would just always have a knife for stabbing. So I think it's Roberto. So I think I would call this Roberto.
Amazing.
Uh,
Can I pitch you a a regular magic item name, not a person
Oh,
name?
yeah.
Because it's a tooth. You know how like the incisors call it the inslicer.
Ooh, that is good.
Yeah.
Inslicer. I do like that.
You can also go with like the basic like fang. But meh.
I guess.
Be a little bit more. I feel like a good magic item name should be a little punny.
Kevin. Elven chainmail.
Elven
I think
chain. I disagree.
Kevin.
I don't think that's a Kevin.
Okay. Do you think it's
this
something
is-
fancy like Elizabeth?
Elizabeth is good. I think this reads as like Monty.
Ooh.
Or if you want to go longer, it's Montague. This is like a Charleston. Like there should be multiple syllables to this for sure.
But speaking of Charleston,
Uh-huh.
Golem,
You're the worst.
Smash. I just saw a button that said I could switch to a tab, and I didn't know I could do that. Smash.
And the end of the bit.
Ground pass.
Stop screen sharing. You garbage person. Oh man.
Blame Twitch on that one.
Every time you stop screen sharing, it turns off your camera for a second as it like resets.
Funny.
And so every time I think you've like disconnected when you stop screen sharing.
Oh, you're just lucky that I'm not doing the ultimate bit. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
The bit would have been to change my camera to the tab
so that I can't stop you from sharing
can't
it.
Stop me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We got a little bit of time, Hunter. What's your bit?
Oh man. Okay. So there is a common theme that I've seen in my games where the players will drastically derail a game and just like go in a direction I was not anticipating. And then I have to rapidly come up with a way to either get them back onto the story or like evolve the story in a way that like the direction they're currently going is like going to change things, stuff like that. So this game is called Please Come Back, I'm Begging You. So what this is going to be is we're going to go back and forth. First, I will pitch you this is what is currently happening in the story. You will pitch a drastic derailment of like where the party is taking things, and then I will go and try and like get the story back on track. Like take where you've gone and then change it to like go back to where I need it to be. The goal of this game is to do it in a way where it doesn't feel forced and it doesn't feel like you're just railroading the players where like they can only go in one direction. You are letting them go in the direction they want to, but you are trying to take what they've decided and make it an impactful thing that will steer back to where they wanted, where the story wants to go. Okay. So do you want to pitch the situation first, or do you want to derail first?
I'll derail.
Okay. So the situation is you have been tracking down an owlbear. You were hired by the mayor of the town to go track down this owlbear. It has been taking out like deer and stuff in the surrounding area. They need you to go take it out. You had tracked it down to its lair. You have arrived at the lair. and the you know that the owlbear is inside.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
Now when we got this mission, you said the mayor,
Yes.
like the mayor. Would this been of like at like the mayor's manor or their homestead in any way, shape, or form? Like when they got this?
Yes, you were brought to the mayor's house
Okay.
and had a meeting with him where he gave you this mission.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, was there anything that looked like it was like animal pelts, or were there like deer antler or mounted like deer maybe on the
Ooh,
walls or anything like that?
yeah. We'll say the mayor is kind of a like big game hunter enthusiast. Yeah.
I would actually suspect, what if this is all a wild goose chase and the mayor is actually taking all the deer? So I think we should
Mm,
actually go back and really question the mayor, because like now we're not in town to probably deal with like the real threat. Instead,
sure,
we're over here
sure.
in a cave or something like that. But like we're missing deer. There are deer in his house.
Uh-huh.
So like if anything, we should go make sure, like triple check that it's not just him.
Sure. So you're going to you've arrived
Leave.
at the cave.
We're
You
already there.
leave immediately, go
To go
back
back
to
to the
town.
person that, yeah.
Uh okay, cool. Yeah, so you go back to the mayor's house. You arrive there, you question him about the missing deer, and interrogate him on like, well, maybe he's the reason that the deer population is dropping.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, let's guide the story back by saying that like you start asking with the you start interrogating the mayor over this, and you find out that while he's not necessarily the one that has been decimating the deer population, it is the owl bear that has been doing it. You find out that he had actually been baiting deer to the area to try and lure some sort of larger predator, because he wanted to sort of elevate his hunting experience. He wanted to hunt this
Ooh,
thing, and then he
that's good.
realized that it was too big of a threat for him, and he couldn't take it down, which is why he hired y'all.
Ooh,
Is that
that's good.
it's his fault that it's even here, and you needed to go take it out to kind of cover his butt, because then he gets to look like the hero for bringing in the adventurers that
Yeah.
took out the threat.
That's
Awesome.
good. That was good.
Your turn.
I thought of it. I was immediately gonna be like, the mayor's just like, I thought the airbear was gonna take you out. Time for my second owlbear, and he like launches another owlbear
Pushes
out
a
of
button.
it, and he was just trying to get rid of him the whole time, and I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, he's a bad guy. That's good. That's really good.
Okay. So
You want me to give you a
your
scenario?
your turn to pitch the scenario.
Okay. Several of the older citizens in the town that you
Uh-huh.
find yourself in have all been complaining that their like silverware have been going missing, small tools and stuff like that. And it started out as like, oh, people just assume that like, oh, old Gladys over there losing her spoons and stuff like that. But then it started happening to other people in the town.
Mm,
And it started out as spoons and forks and things like that, and then starts going into like cobbler's tools
mm,
and like a blacksmith's like tongs and
sure.
and other implements. Everything that has been going missing has been like hand holdable.
Okay.
But it's people have been self-aware enough to go like, did this start with old Glad, like, not like blaming old Gladys, but just that like it started, old people noticed it, people dismissed it, and then now
Sure.
everybody's starting to notice
It
things
was
are
chalked up to being like they're just misplacing stuff, and now it's spreading to
correct.
like the rest of the town.
Yeah. You, after a lot of investigation, piecing together like the stories and stuff like that, find that there is a suspicious well that
Okay.
people would occasionally like make wishes on, and it's, after turning over every stone, it's technically the only place you haven't checked out,
Uh-huh.
other than like going way outside the boundaries of the town. If you go to the well, you do faintly, almost like from a wind that isn't, you don't hear anywhere else,
Uh-huh.
hear like a jaunty whistling tune.
Hmm.
Yeah. But you and your party would be like surrounding the well. One of you would probably be just barely make this jaunty whistling tune. And it's gotten to the point where things that are now being used to substitute like forks and spoons, stuff like that, even if it's like pieces of wood, those are going missing. Like anything that is
Interesting.
being used as a tool or implement of something like that, pens, like everything is just going. What would you do? You're here now.
Okay. So it sounds like there is some sort of entity that is causing all of this stuff to go missing. Seems connected to the well. However, we don't want to lose our stuff. So we don't
As
want
of
to.
yet, nobody in the party has lost anything.
Yeah, we don't want to lose our stuff. So we don't want to interact with the well because we're worried that we're going to lose our stuff if we do. So instead, realizing that there's stuff going missing all over the place, we're going to just start also stealing stuff. Because nobody's going to know that we're stealing stuff if everybody is already losing stuff regularly. So we're just going to start stealing stuff as well, and then plan on like dipping out as quickly as possible.
Would you be stealing stuff that is in line with all the stuff that's been stolen, or would you then attempt, because everybody's on like guard, you know what I
Sure,
mean? And
sure.
mind you, it's not like this is like a crazy big city. So there
I'm
isn't
picturing like a
anything that,
one road town.
yeah, it isn't anything to the point where it's like we're gonna rob this place, but like, are you aiming for something valuable, the most valuable thing you could find, or just like, you know what, let's just take all the rope in the place? Like, what are you trying to like grab?
I think it's a case of grabbing stuff that we think would be useful to us that is still within line with what has already gone missing. And so like it may just be like stuff that's valuable that is in line. We're definitely keeping it in line with everything else. And then I think we also are like playing it as if a couple of our things have been taken as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The place that would be the most, the biggest jackpot type of scenario would be like the general store.
Sure.
Now, places like the blacksmith, the tanner, like things like that, there might be something around.
Sure.
But and then there's just people if you want to just rob a regular citizen. But if like the general store would be the place that still has something. But as far as security is concerned, that one's gonna have a little bit higher, like, a dog or like someone like, being more vigilant. Is this like more of a daytime, you're trying to like behind the scenes pilfer things, or you're gonna go when it's like quiet, dead of night, like, we put the dog to sleep, like, we can go in without any hurting anybody, making anybody know, and we can dip without anybody knowing it was us?
This is definitely a case of like party goes into like question the like owner of the general store and stuff. And like while he's being distracted by questions, we're also like two of our party members are just kind of like sticking stuff into their bags quietly without drawing too much notice.
So yeah, they would be questioning the party. Two people would be pilfering stuff, and if it was like two people doing stuff, I imagine like somebody's like grabbing like, maybe a utility knife or something like that, and they have eyes on each other, kind of be able to watch out the back, and they would see that on their associate, like, their backpack or whatever the heck, like on a shelf near them would be what looks like a tiny version of them taking like what looks like a dagger out of their bag. And if you alert like, hey, they would turn around and they would see a tiny version of the other guy, like almost like they would see all right, so the one person saw almost like the tiny version of his friend pickpocketing himself, and when this person's around, he catches the tail end of a tiny version of his friend taking what looks like literally just a spoon out of their bag, maybe even a
Interesting.
spoon that they just grabbed.
Like stealing
and,
it from themselves.
Yeah, almost. But like the first one didn't notice, but because you were like, hey, and this one turned and caught
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
one, there is like a bit of a and then kind of like ducking and like maybe a can falls over. The
Yeah.
store owner would be like, everything okay over there? It's just like, yeah, it's all good. We're finding everything. And there'd be scurrying, and there wouldn't be anything. The party would notice that that's where things start missing. Like, you know, it's like that one dagger, which would be like, you know, the nicest thing out of all of you, but everybody else started losing, like, you know, like a thimble,
Yeah.
spoons and stuff like that. In the time it takes you to like figure that out, you either go deal with it, or you could just dip, or you could like, what do you think would be the next course of action? Like,
Did
wait it
the
out, like.
the miniature versions of us that were stealing from us, did they get the things in like from our bags and leave?
Yeah, it was just like
So they
it, like had hands on pulling out, and then like the dagger got away like with no problem.
Yeah.
But the one that was getting the spoon was like caught in the act, like, and then
And
like
then dipped,
and knocked a
yeah.
can down. And it's just a matter of would the party's instant reaction be like weird, give chase?
I
like,
think
what?
that if they stole something from us, it immediately
became
becomes
personal?
a case of it being personal for us, and we're gonna figure out what happened to get our
Mhm.
thing back.
Yeah. I'd almost say maybe like one person lost like the one that, like, it could have been a locket or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
not crazy.
Something
The one is just like, that was
non-magical
my
but
dad's
personal.
spoon.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
my dad's spoon.
Yeah. My dad's spoon.
My dad's spoon.
Every father has passed this spoon down to their firstborn son for the last 80 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah.
yeah.
That I
And
mean
then they would
that
go.
pulls people back.
Yeah.
You make it personal to them. I like that.
Yeah, and they could leave, they could whatever, you know, but
Yeah.
it's one of those. I imagined an underground city of tiny doppelgangers, and they're trying to just be like the people above them. Like,
I like that. I like that a lot.
sometimes.
Awesome. Okay. That is that's the bit. Do you have anything else before we wrap up?
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
I'm not going to show it on stream.
Son of a bitch. Marrow, pass, mimic, unless.
Okay.
Trick your friends into admitting dark desires that they didn't want to admit in public. Hydrate. And I don't want to say steal anything. No, don't steal anything from people. Don't steal things.
The call to action is don't steal things.
Call to action or don't steal, hydrate, and trick people into playing an innocent game of Smash or Pass.
I like that. I also think if you are a GM and you're like trying to get your group back on track.
Oh my God, Hunter!
What?
I just got a weird spyware, whatever McAfee warning from the Smash or Pass tab.
Good, you deserve it.
Yo, that wasn't even a joke. I couldn't even share it with you. I instantly exited out. I was like, oh God. I'm gonna get
hilarious.
hilarious.
If you're a GM and your party has gone off the rails, you can get them back without feeling like it's a crazy railroading situation. Like, take what they've already done, take their choices, make those choices important, and tie them back into things. Give them a path to be able to follow to come back to the original story. Awesome. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us this morning. Have a great rest of your week. We will be back on Friday. Until then, remember to embrace the nonsense, and we will see you then. Bye, y'all.